What if I told you that the biggest thing holding you back isn't your talent and it isn't your work ethic? What if it's a simple 5-minute mistake you're probably making every single day? You know the feeling, right? You're on the verge of a breakthrough. You've got the goal, you've made the plan, you've put in the hours. Maybe it's that promotion, a fitness milestone, or finally launching that side business you've been dreaming about for years. You can practically taste it, but then crickets. Nothing happens, you hesitate, you procrastinate, you suddenly come up with a million tiny reasons why today just isn't the day. That one crucial phone call gets bumped to tomorrow. That workout gets skipped for just one more day. That first chapter sits on your desk unopened, and before you know it, a week has gone by, then a month. That incredible momentum you had has vanished into a fog of frustration and self-doubt. You're left asking, why do I keep doing this to myself? Why do I get so close only to trip myself up at the finish line? Look, this cycle is infuriatingly common. It's a universal struggle. But here's the good news. It's not a character flaw. It's not who you are. It's just a broken mental process. And today, I'm going to show you how to fix it with a simple science-backed 5-minute trick that will build unstoppable momentum in your life. This isn't about hustle culture or fake positivity. This is about rewiring your brain for success. And it starts before you even have your morning coffee. So if you're ready to finally get out of your own way, stick with me. Welcome back to Mentor's Mindset. Let's be honest and call this mental block what it is: your inner saboteur. It's that nagging little voice in your head that whispers doubts the second you decide to do something big. It feeds on uncertainty, and it loves to show up in that quiet moment right before you're supposed to take action. The more important the task, the louder the voice. It tells you you're not ready, you're not good enough, or that failure is basically guaranteed. For years, I was stuck in this exact loop. My huge goal was to run my first marathon. I downloaded the training plans, I bought the fancy shoes, I even told all my friends about it for accountability. The first few weeks were great, motivation was high. But then I hit the dreaded long-run phase, the 10-miler, for 2 weeks straight. My alarm would go off at 5 a.m. and the internal negotiation would begin. The saboteur would wake up right with me. Ugh, it's so cold outside. You didn't sleep that well. Your knee feels a little funky, doesn't it? You can just do it tomorrow. Tomorrow never came. The goal that felt so real suddenly seemed impossible, and my confidence tanked. I was stuck. The problem wasn't my physical ability, it was the story I was telling myself in those moments before I even had to perform. My brain was actively working against me, spinning a tale of doubt that made quitting the easiest choice. This experience isn't just about running. It happens in boardrooms, home offices, gyms, and art studios all over the world. It's the gap between our intentions and our actions. We think success is all about these huge, heroic efforts, but more often, it's about winning the tiny, silent battle in your own mind in the 5 minutes before the real work even begins. Now, the key here is realizing that this saboteur is predictable. It uses the same old, tired script every single time. And if you can predict it, you can prepare for it. This brings us to the solution. What if you could disarm that voice before it even gets a word in? What if you could prime your brain for success and make taking action the path of least resistance? You absolutely can. And it takes less than 5 minutes. The solution is a 2-part technique I call preparation and priming. It's designed to do 2 things. First, remove the friction that gives your inner saboteur its power, and second, consciously arm your brain with a new, empowering script. It's grounded in well-researched concepts like the growth mindset, pioneered by Stanford psychologist Carol Dweck, and the neuroscience of goal setting. The whole idea behind a growth mindset is the belief that your abilities can be developed through dedication and hard work. People with a growth mindset don't see challenges as threats. They see them as opportunities to grow. This 5-minute trick is how you put that idea into practice and turn it into a daily habit. Here's the breakdown. It's two simple phases, a 2-minute preparation the night before and a 3-minute priming session in the morning. The greatest enemy of momentum is ambiguity. When you wake up, the question, "What should I do today?" is a breeding ground for procrastination. Your mission is to eliminate that question entirely. So tonight, take out a pen and paper. The physical act of writing is important. It engages your brain more deeply than typing. Now answer this one question. What is the single most important task I can do tomorrow to move closer to my goal? Don't write a to-do list of 10 things. Write one thing and be specific. Not work on my business, but draft the intro email to 3 potential clients. Not exercise, but complete my scheduled 3-mile run. Writing down a clear, specific goal helps direct your brain's attention filter, known as the reticular activating system, or RAS. You can think of the RAS as your brain's gatekeeper. By defining your goal, you're telling it what's important, making it more likely to notice things in your environment that can help you achieve it. Once you've written it down, prepare everything you need to do it. If it's the run, lay out your clothes, shoes, and headphones. If it's the emails, open a blank document and save it to your desktop. This process removes all the little hurdles that your brain can use as an excuse in the morning. This simple 2-minute act is the first strike against your inner saboteur. All right, now for the morning. Before you check your phone, before you read the news, before you let the world's chaos rush in, go to that one task you prepared for. This is where the magic happens. You're going to spend 3 minutes priming your mindset. First, look at the task and visualize yourself completing it successfully. This isn't just daydreaming. Mental rehearsal is a proven technique that activates the same neural pathways in your brain as actually doing the task, which builds confidence and preparedness. See yourself nailing that phone call. Picture yourself crossing the finish line of your run, feeling strong. Feel the quiet satisfaction of hitting send. Second, and this is the most critical part, you're going to arm yourself with a new self-talk script. Your saboteur has a script full of doubt. You need to replace it with one of empowerment. Instead of letting your brain default to negativity, you're going to intentionally feed it something better. This is where you directly apply Carol Dweck's growth mindset research. Instead of thinking, "I'm not good at this," you consciously reframe it to, "I'm getting better at this with every attempt." Instead of, "What if I fail?" when you ask, "What will I learn from this?" Here are some powerful phrases to use in your 3-minute priming session. Say them to yourself, out loud if you can. "My abilities can grow. This is an opportunity to get stronger, smarter, better." This reinforces the core belief of a growth mindset. I don't have to feel perfect to start, I just have to start. This gives you permission to be a beginner and takes the pressure off. This effort is building the person I want to become. This connects this one small action to your long-term identity. I'm excited to see what I can learn from this challenge. This reframes nervous energy as excitement. When you start your day this way, you do something profound. You seize control of the narrative. You become the author of your own thoughts, not just a passive listener to your doubts. Neuroscience shows that this kind of focused goal pursuit and positive reinforcement is linked to the brain's reward system, which releases dopamine, the neurotransmitter of motivation. This creates a positive feedback loop. You feel good as you make progress, which in turn makes you want to keep going. This isn't some complicated system. It's a small daily practice. 2 minutes at night, 3 minutes in the morning. That's it. I challenge you to try it for just 1 week. Think of one goal you're working on right now. What's the one goal you're going to apply this 5-minute trick to, starting tonight? Drop it in the comments below. Sharing your goal is a powerful act of commitment, and I want to see what you're setting out to achieve. And if you're finding this strategy helpful and want more actionable, science-backed tips, make sure you hit that subscribe button. You are so much closer to your goals than you think. That gap you feel between where you are and where you want to be, it's not a measure of your ability. It's often just the space where the inner saboteur has been running the show, completely unchecked. For too long, we've bought into the idea that motivation is something that just to us, a random lightning bolt of inspiration. But that's not true. Motivation and the momentum that follows is something you build it. You manufacture it day by day with small intentional actions. This 5-minute trick, the 2-minute preparation and the 3-minute priming is your factory for momentum. It reclaims the most critical moments of your day, the quiet minutes before bed and the vulnerable first few moments of the morning. It systematically disarms procrastination by removing friction. It begins to rewire your brain by replacing a story of doubt with a script of growth. It puts you back in the driver's seat of your own mind. Stop waiting for inspiration. Start building it. Take 5 minutes every day to choose your focus and your mindset, because the person you want to become isn't created in some single heroic leap. They are forged in these small, consistent, and powerful daily practices. The potential is already inside you. Now go get it.